Do you have any idea about what people used to wear in the past? For example, 1,000 years ago. Do you know what people wore 1,000 years ago?
They wore
For example, maybe nothing. Yeah, maybe early human wore nothing. Yeah. So, do you want to watch a video about early people, early human, first human? Yeah, you want to see? Okay. So, wait a moment. So, I can play the video. Okay. Let me try something good. Just takes a few seconds. Wait. The video. Okay. Well, now. Okay. Let's see. What? Oh, let's see.
Clothes really weren't a fashion all the time.
Oh,
In fact,
Indian next.
there was a time when having no clothes at all was the in thing. So we don't really know when that was and when that went out of fashion. We also don't know exactly when human beings started wearing clothes. But once they invented clothing, there's been no looking back. People say clothing goes back almost 500,000 years.
Oh, well, first clothes go back to
500,000 years.
500,000 years ago. Wow.
Early humans originated from Africa, where the weather was mostly pleasant and you could actually survive with no clothes on. We
Oh,
humans have always been an adventurous bunch, and then what we did is we started venturing out of Africa into Europe, Siberia, up north, where it really got cold, especially.
so early human. Human means person, people. Okay, early human was from where? Asia or Africa or Europe, where? From Africa, you know? So the first people, first human, early, maybe thousand years ago, early human used to live in Africa. And what did they wear? What did they wear?
In winters.
They
So,
were
what scientists suggest
nothing.
is that humans invented clothing to save themselves from the bitter cold, which actually makes some sense.
So why do you think human invented clothes, made clothes? Why?
To wear
Of course, but why? What they wanted to wear clothes? Maybe,
because we're
yeah.
very cold.
Of course, because of cold. So first they thought about cold. Oh, it's cold, so let's find something to wear. But how?
Early man used his intelligence to build tools and weapons out of materials like stones and wood. They used these weapons to hunt down hairy animals like wolves and mammoths that had a lot of fur. They used the skin of these animals to make primitive clothes and wrapped themselves in it and kept themselves warm.
Oh, so what did they do to make clothes?
They use the skin of the animal to make their clothes.
Of course. So first of all, they killed. Yeah, they killed animals, and
They
after
kill
that,
mammoth.
yeah, of course, mammals. Yeah, because mammals have, I can say lots of fur, like, a large amount of fur on their skin. So, and fur is really good to make clothes. So they killed especially mammals because mammals are really big. And after that, they made clothes.
This was a discovery that led to the birth of clothing. Instead of just wrapping the skin around them, they started to make holes in it to put their heads and arms through.
Okay.
Soon, their methods got more and more complicated. They figured out how to make pointy, sharp tools to punch holes in the animal's skin, which they would tie together with thin strips of animal skin. Now, they could make something much better than just simple, loose hanging clothes. Their arms
So after that, okay, they saw that, okay, how to move our hands or legs. So they needed to make holes into the clothes. And after that, okay, so that they can move their hands. Okay, so maybe that was the first time that they actually realized how to make sleeves, or for example, sleeveless clothes.
arms, their legs, their head, their feet also could be covered, and they could look more fashionable as well. So, one of the oldest clothing material that we do have evidence of is in this special place called Katal Huyuk.
Oh.
Katal Huyuk is believed to be the oldest human settlement that we know of. After studying the site, scientists have confirmed that they grew these plants called flax
Oh.
to produce a sort of fibrous material that they made cloth out of. This cloth
So after animals, they used what to make clothes? So first animal skin, and after that, what?
After that,
Plants like cotton plants, like flags like cotton. Yeah. So let's see.
material, you may actually know the name, is called linen. This is the oldest evidence we have of human beings making clothes from threads. Let's go to the next place, Egypt. The
Oh.
ancient Egyptians were masters at making textiles and fabrics. They made fabrics out of different varieties of plants like reed and palm and even papyrus, along with linen. The linen material was ideal for the hot climate in Egypt. It helped the Egyptians keep cool in the summer, especially. Okay, we spoke about a few countries, but now let's see what's happening on the other side of the world. Let's take a trip to China.
Oh, in China.
no.
In China, a long time ago, a Chinese empress was sipping some hot tea under a mulberry tree. And then, plop!
Oh.
Something fell into her tea. What was that? It looked like a weird, wiggly white blob. She kept watching, just kept watching what happened. Inside the teacup, the blob started unraveling into a long, thin thread. So, the Empress ordered her royal physicians to find out what this was. And after much research, they found out that it was a surprisingly strong thread that we can make really smooth, shiny, fashionable clothes out of. And so, silk clothes were invented.
Oh, silk clothes were invented. How? But how? That's really interesting. So, what happened one day? Chinese empress, like for example, queen. She was sitting under the tree and she was drinking her tea. Suddenly something fell into her cup of tea. And what happened? Yeah, and what happened then? Yeah, of course. It was like, something that, they didn't know. Oh, what was that? So they researched, okay, what was that? They tried to understand what the thing was. And after that, they realized, they understood that, it was cocoon. And let me talk about cocoon. I will show you after this video. I will show you some photos so that you can understand these words
The
better.
ancient Chinese went a step ahead and figured out how to make the clothes in different colors too. They just use some color extracted from a plant and apply it on the clothes. The Chinese discovered the concept of dyeing
Oh,
much before most of the world. Cloth dyes were one of the main things that they
dye
traded.
means color. So they found how to dye clothes in China. So first people in China discovered and found how to dye, how to color clothes and fabric. For example, okay, this is white. Let's color it. Let's dye it in red or blue.
And this made clothes so colorful, which were usually so bland and boring, right? In the 13th century, there was a boom in the dyeing industry, and suddenly there was color everywhere. And by the time people had enough knowledge of materials, fabrics, colors, and they started experimenting and making art, fashion was born. People started coming up with all sorts of designs for clothes. Fashion started picking up all over the world. People started experimenting and wearing more and more elaborate and different types of clothes. After the 20th century, you had all the jeans and the t-shirts and all of that making a big appearance.
If you like this video and if you want to watch more videos like these, hit like.
Okay, so we'll learn about clothes history. Wow, that was really good. Okay, I think Chinese were clever. They could find something new, especially dyeing, so that they could make lots of clothes, colorful clothes. But let me show you something. Let me share the screen again. So, first of all, okay, so let me show you something. If here, I think here. What is this?
This is cotton.
Of course, yeah, you know. Okay, let's see. We have another one. Let's see if you know. So wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna show you something else. Well, and now it's cotton. And how about this one? Let's see if you know. Oh, what is this one? Do you know? Do you know what it is?
A cotton?
No, it's not cotton. It's cocoon. And what is that? Oh, yeah, cocoon. And what is that? Let me explain. For example, it's like a covering made of silk that some insect like butterfly, they make around themselves to protect them while they grow. So for example, then a butterfly comes out of this cocoon. Get it? So it's something like cover, and inside it is actually little tiny butterfly. And butterfly grows and grows and open the cocoon and comes out. And cocoon is something that people used to use, and of course people now use to make what? Silk.
To
This
make
is
silk. Silk
yeah,
for the
yeah, for clothes. Yeah,
or dress.
of course, especially for dress. So do you have any silk dress? Do you have?
Mm.
Do you have any silk dress made of silk?
No.
No. So maybe later in the future you will have one really cute one, beautiful one. Okay, and now let me start. Okay, let's move on our book. So as I remember, we started this part and this part, and now, wow.
This one.
Yeah, of course, we have a story. Okay, let's listen to the story, and after that, we can talk about it. So let me
How
play.
many paragraphs?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Four,
5,
five,
6,
six,
7,
seven, 8.
8. Okay. Do you want to read or you want to listen?
I want to read.
Of course, yes. Okay, just read perfectly. Let's get started. King Canute on the beach.
I am a servant to the great King Conan.
Okay,
He
this
is
is
a good
Canute.
and powerful king who can do anything. My friend said that she saw him climb the castle as fast as a spider, and my dad told me that he can swim to the bottom of the sea to talk to the jellyfish. This morning, the king is sitting at breakfast table, looking at the fish on his gold plate. Oh dear, he said, I just want fruit for breakfast today. Oh no, I saw. I am sorry, Your Majesty. I said. I immediately picked up the fish and someone's bowl brought a bowl of fruit that was as big as the table. I will do whatever you want. You are our good and powerful king, I said. Thank you, the king said. But he looked annoyed. People always said things like that to me. I don't like it. After breakfast, the king went to his bed to get dressed. I took his silk skirt, suits, and best glitter from shoe from the wardrobe. His coat and crown were on his bed. Oh dear, said Ken Kenneth in a loud, eerie voice. I just want to wear comfortable trousers, a shirt and boots. I rose in the clothes the king won. I am sorry, your majesty.
Majesty, of course.
Majesty.
Majesty, of course. Your Majesty.
You are our good and powerful king. Again, The king looked annoyed. People always said things like that to me. He complained. Why does everyone always say yes to me? Because you are the king, your majesty. I replied. He helped me with the button on his cotton shirt, and I didn't say anything else. Suddenly, the king said, I want to go to the beach and I want everyone to come with me. Bring my throne. Soon everyone was at the beach. So I am a powerful king. Everyone has to obey me, said the king. Does the sea have to obey me? He said. Of course, we all repeat. Then King Donut sat down on his throne at the edge of the water. He shouted to the sea, I am your powerful king. You have to obey me. Don't get me wet. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was excited to watch the sea stop completely. But then something strange happened. The sea listened and the tide came in. First, the water covered his boat, then his trousers and his shirt. Another servant and I stood there, with our mouths open. When the sea was as high as his shoulder, King Conan stood up and we all ran to him. When we were all back to the beach, the king turned to us and said, You see, I am very wet. I am your king, but I don't have superpower. I cannot control the sea. The sea doesn't obey me, so stop. Always says yes to me. It's very boring.
Yeah, of course. So, well, just let's talk about it was interesting story. So King Canute's day on the beach. So what happened to the king? Of course, servant. Do you know the meaning of servant?
I don't know what's the servant.
Yeah, let me say something about servant. A person who does everything that you need and you want for you. For example, like if I need cleaning, if I need dusting, if I need, for example, to wear my clothes. So the person who is employed to do work for me. So I say, go out, for example, do this, do that, okay, and this person brings food, do everything for me. So a person who does everything for another person is
Yes,
servant,
servant.
okay? Yeah, and let's see. My friend says that she saw him climb the castle. Climb means go
As a
up.
spider.
Yeah, as fast as spider. And my dad told me that he can swim to the bottom of the sea.
Bottom of sea.
Yeah, bottom means
Talk
below.
to jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Do you know jellyfish?
Yes, I
Ah,
know the shark.
yeah, they're really beautiful. Let me show you something. I really like them. Of course, they're a bit dangerous. What?
But I didn't see the jellyfish.
Okay, let me show you. It's really beautiful. It's just wait. Yeah, look. Look, it's beautiful. Yeah, this is jellyfish. Yeah, it's really beautiful, I think, but it's dangerous.
Uh, why is dangerous?
I think, of course I heard, okay, jellyfish, I don't know, is something like electricity or something like, I don't know, that snake can bite us. Okay, and at the same time they can do something like the same, okay, like they
Oh,
bite us, yeah, of course, and it's really painful itching, yeah, it's really painful itching. So this, because of this, I say they are dangerous. So when you're swimming and I don't know, a jellyfish bites you, sting you, suddenly
no.
your skin, yeah,
I just think the jellyfish have soft body, so in the jellyfish have the electric.
of course, it's like, I don't know, electricity, something like this. I don't know what is that, but
But I
no.
think many people eat the jellyfish.
Yeah, really? They eat?
Really? Yes.
Oh, I didn't know where.
You can search in internet.
Yeah, of course, I need to. Yeah, we will do this. Of course, we will do this together. So because I want to know. So I think if the jellyfish sting you, just let me write something on the board because they're different. Okay. Look, bite, sting. Okay. So some creatures like uh, jellyfish, they sting, not bite, but snake bite. Okay. And what it means, insect, something like an insect or I don't know, plant, when they something like sting you, actually it makes a very small hole in your skin and you feel pain, because actually there are something like poisonous substance, they actually send some poison substance into your skin. So because of this, it's painful. But I don't know, you say some people eat, yeah, jellyfish, we will see later. Well, so the bottom means the lowest level of the sea. Low and low and low. Okay, so what happened this morning? The king was sitting at the breakfast table looking at fish on his gold plate. Oh dear.
I don't want to eat fish, but he wants to eat the fruit.
Of course, of course. And
So,
servant said,
so the another. Um, I am sorry, your majesty.
okay, okay, wait. Let's play roles. You are the king and I am servant. Okay?
Oh,
So,
okay.
okay, so I'm said just Your Majesty. First of all, let me explain the meaning of this word. Your Majesty. Actually, people like servants and people used to respect. It means you are great, Your Majesty, you are great. Okay, it's like, yeah, supreme and high greatness. You are very like this. Okay, so Your Majesty, to respect, like king, okay, or queen, people say Your Majesty. Okay, I'm servant. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Your Majesty, I said. And I immediately picked up the fish and someone brought a bowl of fruit that was as big as the table. So what happened then? What did the king say? So after breakfast, yeah, after
You need
breakfast,
to
yeah,
you need to say I will do whatever you want. You are our good and powerful king, I said.
yeah, of course. And after that, after breakfast, the king went to his bedroom to get dressed, to get ready, to wear their clothes, get dressed were his clothes. I took his silk shirt suit and best leather shoes. Okay, so leather shoes, not leather. Okay, this is leather. Okay, say again. Say leather. From his wardrobe. Wardrobe means closet. Yeah, it's closet, a room that you can put your clothes. So after that, what happened? Oh dear, said King Canute in a loud, angry voice. I just wanted to wear comfortable trousers, a shirt and boots. I rushed in with the clothes the king wanted, so in hurry. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. You are good and powerful king. So, what happened then?
Again, the king looked annoyed. People always said things that like that to me. He complained. Why does people always say yes to me? Because you are the king, your majesty. I replied. I helped him to with the button on his cotton shirt, and I didn't say anything else.
Yeah,
I
of
know
course.
Anai was angry.
Yeah, of course. Annoyed means
He's
angry.
still very angry.
Yeah, of course. And
Then, okay, you read. Suddenly, the king said,
suddenly, suddenly,
Shut suddenly,
yeah, the king said, I want to
I
go
want,
to the beach, say.
and I want to go, and I want everyone to come with me. Bring my throat.
Okay, bring my throne. Okay, so what a throne.
Throat is mean the
Oh,
chair that the king and the queen sit.
of course, bring my throne. Okay, and of course they brought. So let's see. Okay, so everyone
One was,
at the
okay, you,
beach. Yeah.
I am a powerful king. Everyone has to obey me,
Okay,
said the king.
obey. Okay, listen.
Obey.
Obey means follow. Obey means follow. Follow said, yes, yes, you're right. Okay, for example, when I say do this, they say, of course we do. Obey, follow. Okay, accept what I say. Okay, of course, we all replied. The king Canute sat down on his throne at the edge of the water. He shouted with loud voice to the sea, I am your powerful king. You have to obey me. Don't get me wet. Wet? Do you know the meaning of wet?
Yes,
Of
if
course.
someone is wet by
Yeah,
water on rainy day.
excellent. Ah, and
I couldn't believe what was seeing. I was exercised to watch the sea
excited.
stop. Excited to watch the sea stop completely. But then something strange happened. The sea didn't listen, and the tide came in. First, the water covered his boat, then his trousers and his shirt. Another servant, I stood there.
Stood.
I stood there with our mouth open.
Yeah.
When the sea was high as his shoulder,
Oh,
King Kenneth stayed up, and
stood
we
up.
all stood up, and we all ran to him, help him.
Yeah, okay. So
When
what happened? Just, I was excited to watch the sea stop completely, but nothing happened. Something strange means not usual, not normal, happened. Of course, the sea didn't obey because it was sea and didn't understand. And after that, stood up, past form, stand up, and all servants ran to help him. What happened? Because actually the sea was as high as his shoulders, like, this much. shoulders. When we were all back at the beach, the king turned to us and said, you
You
see?
see, I am very wet. I am your king, but I don't have superpower. I cannot control the sea. The sea doesn't obey me. So
Obey.
obey me. So stop always saying yes to me. It's very boring.
Yeah, of course. So I think the king was really clever. What do you think?
I think like Stu too. She's
Yeah,
very clever.
of course.
He sit at the bottom of the sea and said, uh,
Wow. So, first of all, we read the story and now let's see if the stage, oh, so let me see, true, false. Let me see, the story is about the king. Yeah,
the story about the king, the
yeah,
servant's king. The king's servant helped him with everything.
yeah, of course.
He goes swimming one day, I think, false.
Yeah,
He
of course.
didn't swimming. He just sit on the throat of the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, of course. Just sit at the beach like this, on the beach and nothing else. So he sat on the beach to actually show something to his servants. And the king finds a fish in the sea. What?
It's false. It is mean true, false, false.
Good job. Very good. Okay, and now, okay. Do you think King Canute is a good person or a bad person?
Uh, um,
I think good. What do you think? I think good person. What do you think?
I think he is the good person.
Yeah, of course. Because if he were not a good person, he wouldn't talk to his servants that way, like for example, and he would say, okay, that's okay, let's actually them do everything to me. But he didn't want servants do
He
everything.
didn't. He didn't want them. They said him, "You are a powerful king."
Of course, just say, yes, yes, you're right. He didn't want to hear that anymore because it was too boring. Okay, what doesn't the king like about his servants? What doesn't the king like?
Doesn't like his servants about. They always said him, "Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes. You is the powerful king."
of course. Why does the king feel frustrated, bored?
Because he always hear yes
Yeah, of
when he
course.
sat with his servants.
Yeah, of course. And so imagine you are a servant. What would you say to the king after what happened at the beach? If you were a servant.
Um, I would say sorry.
I would say, no, I wouldn't say sorry, but I would say, uh, yes, king, you're right. And I try not to say yes anymore and think about everything more and more before saying yes and yes without thinking. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, and as we watched the video about clothes in the past, now let's have a look at pictures and answer questions. Oh, let's see. When did people wear these clothes? Do you know? Oh, too old. When did people wear these clothes? Do you know? I think many years.
Were this closed in the past?
Yeah, in the past, of course. And what do you think the clothes made of? Do you remember? So you can say the actually clothes in the past were made of
They were made of skill
animal's skin, of course,
and
and
cotton.
yeah, and of course silk
Ah,
because plant
silk.
silk. Yeah. Do you remember the history of clothes? The history of clothing? Silk, cocoon. Do you remember China? So they discovered and they found something new. They invented silk. So I think
So today we have a teacher. Today we have a dress, t-shirt, jeans, and many clothes to wear with many color, different color.
of course, because because Chinese could dye.
Color?
Dye means color. Yeah, dye means color. So they could dye. Yeah.
Dye a beautiful colors.
Of course, in beautiful colors. Okay. And now let's listen and read the text. So first listen and read the text. What clothes can you find? Okay, ready? Okay, number 9. Just wait me a moment to play this. Okay. Well,
Pupils Book, Unit 1, page 12. 2. Listen and read the text. What clothes can you find?
Clothes in the past. In the past, people used natural materials to make their clothes, like animal fur and skin. They also used leaves and plants. In the Middle Ages, most people wore warm woolen clothes, which came from sheep. Shoes were very simple, and they were made of leather. Only very rich people could wear silk and colourful clothes, as dyed fabrics were expensive. What we wear today. Today, we still use many natural materials for our clothes, like cotton, wool, silk, and leather. We also use man-made textiles, like acrylic, polyester, and nylon. People like them because they are cheaper than natural textiles. They have different qualities too. Swimwear is made of man-made materials because they dry faster. Our clothes often have both natural and man-made materials. Check the label on your t-shirt. Fleece is a very special man-made fabric. It's made from recycled plastic bottles. You need 25 plastic bottles to make a fleece sweater or a blanket. Fleece fabric keeps us warm. It's waterproof, and it helps us to look after the planet. What will we wear in the future? In the future, we could all be wearing smart textiles. These clothes have little sensors hidden inside, and they catch energy from our body. They can change color light up, and even grow. Smart textiles are important for sport. For example, a t-shirt could help keep a football player cool during a match. Smart textiles can also be fun. Imagine your friends' faces when your t-shirt changes color at a party.
Yeah.
Did you know? In Europe, in the Middle Ages, they didn't make shoes for the left and right feet.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay. First of all, let me show you something. Okay.
Teacher, I do read the text again and said yes or no already.
Oh, okay. So you want to read it
Uh,
again?
no.
Oh, so first of all, let me show you something. We have two words here, fur and fleece. Okay, so let me show you two other photos. Okay, so that you can understand the meaning of fur and fleece better. Okay, look. So this is, as you can see, this picture shows animals' fur. So fur, like, some animals like cat, okay, their bodies are covered by fur. So we don't say hair, for example, cat hair. We say cat fur, okay? So this is
Yes.
fur. And the next one, fleece, as we just read, is kind of fabric, okay? And as you can see, this one, it's made of, do you remember? Fleece is made of, do you remember? Fleece is man-made fabric, cloth, fabric. Man-made means we make it, human make it, okay? And it's made from recycled plastic. That's really, yeah, your bottles, for example, when you don't need, actually, for example, your bottles, you throw it out, okay, and in recycle bin so that they recycle them again, they use them again to make fabric. Okay, that is fleece, it's called fleece. Okay, well, now tell me about past. What did, according to the text, what did people wear in the past?
In the past, people use natural material to make their clothes like animal fur and skin.
Very good. And they also use
They also use leaves and plants. In the
good job.
Middle Age, most people wore a warm wooden cloth, was called a sheep.
Oh, woolen.
And
Do you know
they
the
said
meaning of
only
woolen?
the what
Do you
teacher?
know? Do you know the meaning of woolen? Woolen clothes.
The woolen is the skin of around the sheep.
Sheep, of course, sheep's body is covered by wool. And everything that made of wool is called woolen. Okay,
It's
very
very
good.
warm in the winter. We
Yeah,
can wear in this winter. And
of
they
course.
said only very rich people could wear skirt and
Silk,
colorful
silk.
silk.
Silk was
Silk.
expensive. Yeah, silk was really expensive in the past.
And the colorful colors as they
As dyed.
fabric
Okay.
were expensive.
Yeah, let me say something. When you are reading a text, my dear, so we have something that is intonation. Listen to me. So it's something like my voice goes up and down like this. Okay. Only very rich people could wear silk and colorful clothes, as dyed fabric were expensive. So you need to, like, your voice goes up and down. For example, when I'm excited, I say, really? So this one, really or really, you're different. For example, when I'm happy, I say, that's really beautiful. I'm excited. I'm happy. I say, that's really beautiful. Or that's really beautiful. It's not beautiful anymore. So intonation is really important. You need to show your feeling and emotion when reading a text. Okay. Now, my next question, my beautiful girl. Okay. What do you think the clothes are made of? Of course, we discussed. And tell me about presents. Okay. Just, yeah, say.
Everyone could wear skirt in
Still,
the middle. Huh?
still,
Still,
still.
still in the middle age. I think it's no.
Yeah,
No,
oh,
because they just said the rich people
yeah.
in the still.
And the next one,
Cotton, cotton is a man-made textile. I think it's
man-made. We make it or no, it's
man-made.
cotton.
I
Cotton is
think
natural.
think the I think the sentence number 2 is no.
Of course, you're right. You're definitely right because cotton is not man-made. Man-made means we create, we make it. But man-made or natural, cotton is plant. And so it's natural fabric or material. Textile means fabric. Cotton, for example, textile, fabric, okay? And you need 25 plastic bottles to make a fleece.
Is I think it's yes.
Of course, yes. Fleece is better for the planet than wool.
I think it's false.
Yeah. Okay, of course, not better than wool. Okay. And smart textiles can change shape. Wow.
I think it's yes.
Yeah, of course. That's interesting, I think. They're smart and they can change, especially color or shape. Yeah, interesting. Maybe in the future. Well, and so these clothes about future, I'm talking about smart clothes, they have little sensors hidden inside.
In
Yeah, and
in
catch
the
energy from
what
our body.
will we wear?
Yeah. For example, when actually they can get your energy and then, for example, you see that your clothes light up. And so have you ever seen something like this? Let me show you. Okay. Just let me show you if I can show you. If I can find something. I think this one. Let me show you something.
We're checking out one of the interactive
It's one of
innovation
them, and after that, just wait.
Yeah.
Okay, just wait. I need to share my screen. Okay, just wait. Let me share it. Okay, smart. I'm going to show you one of them, and after that.
can seize your gaze, your gender, you're looking at it moves and from nature, as you can see, heart, and various different
tile scales or even like bird feathers almost. But you're combining
can track your camera is embedded in the inside the 3D printed object. Basically, it's gonna move like a goosebump.
They can move.
that is
Look.
incredible. Okay, cool. Now can we actually see it work on the garment?
You've been looked out and also tell the other people that, hey, back up. I actually noticed that you're looking
Nice.
at me.
Just like in nature, right? Oh, wow. It's so cool. It's actually a little unsettling how it does look like muscles that are contracting
Smart
in movement.
clothes, they
That
can
is
move.
so cool and crazy. That's awesome. One of the most eye-opening and, I guess, eye-tracking examples.
So, and you know, I have something interesting. I will find it for you. That's really interesting. But you know, I don't know because there is no time to find it. I can show it now. But you know, next session I will find it. That's maybe I will send it in chat box for you, and you can see it. It's a very beautiful, smart color. Okay, just don't forget about watching it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, my dear. So time to go now, and we need to go. Do you have any questions related to the spark?
In this lesson, I feel very happy.
Great, great. That's really great to hear from you. I'm really happy that you are happy. Okay, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just don't forget about watching the videos that I send you because they're really interesting, okay?
Okay.
Okay, my dear. Have a great time and see you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.